Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here today. I almost thought I wasn't going to be here today because my internet went down. And so if I just disappear, you'll know that it wasn't planned. It really wasn't planned. But I want to welcome JJ and
Hello.
her guides, Tutah Speaks, and to the show. We had her on at the beginning of the month and had such a nice time, really nice time. And the energy of March 4th has had us March 4th because here we are at the very end of March. Yeah. So let's just.
It's interesting you said because March 31st is like a 3 and a 1, which is 4. So
Same energies.
Yay. Same energies.
Same energies. Although we have discussed before we started the collective energies of the United States and maybe the world. Kind of topsy-turvy right now. So we're just really taking in a deep breath and letting it go. Good cleansing breaths.
Mm-hmm. I'm going down everybody's name to see, like, if you see my eye, that's my no eye. I'm just going through some. Maybe it's okay. Mary. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, it's just that the solar plexus is the seat of our anxiety, or right in our love center, and it's sort of unmistakable when we feel this catch in there. There's something about it, and we were saying that the planetary energies of Pluto are of course happening right now, and we have gone into a new I'm not a big astrologer, but I do know we have gone into Aquarius. We are going to go back out of Aquarius for a while, but not until June. So everything that's has been uncovered is now opening itself up. And so
yeah.
So yeah.
Don't forget to breathe.
Don't forget to breathe. You know what I really love about you, JJ, is that I love your pigtails. Oh my God. It just reminds me to stay childlike in wonder. And I just really love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Make me happy. So I'm going to say hello to the people that are already here today. I have been admonished that this is not Romper Room anymore, but I can't help but love all my people that come to visit. And so I like to honor them by recognizing them. So I'd like to say hello to Richie and Barbara. I hope you're feeling better, Barbara. Barbara has a dear friend whose son is not doing well. And I was trying to get his name, but if I don't, we'll just send him the love anyway. Hi, Akila and Viviani and Mary Cloud. 2 treats in one day. Okay, I'm going to click off what you're asking and we'll get back to it. Viviani, thank you for already putting up JJ's channel. Thank you. Teresa Levine and Jance Free and Deborah Joy. Hi to you. And Lauren, it's good to see you. Craig and Linda and Amanda. Deborah, I think I said. Pluto finally left your Capricorn sun. It can stay out. Good. I hear that. Hi, Warrior Girl. It's good to see you, too. Good to see you. So, hi, Linda Kelser. All right. I think I got everybody. But, so JJ and I really enjoyed our last experience. And we thought we'd come here and try again. So here we are. And I do want everyone to know that JJ works with a group called Tutah. That's who she has brought in before. And just for those of you who weren't here last time, she goes in and she speaks a language, like a light language, and gets messages that way. So if there's anything you would like to ask Tutah, you can do that. Her voice, or not even her voice, but her message comes across. It sounds to some people like it's Native American. It sounds to some people like it's I don't know,
All
what
sorts
other,
of things.
all sorts of things. But it's funny, but everybody feels a certain way about what they hear. And to me, it sounds more Native American than anything, but it doesn't really matter because it's a group talk. So hi, Patricia. Nice to see you. And so that's always nice. Hi, Jenny. Yes, thank you so much. So if you've got questions today, and I'm going to also allow JJ to say what it is that she or her guides might be offering. We do recognize that there was a lot of things that have happened within the last 24 hours. And although political readings isn't something that I usually do, and JJ doesn't really do, she's open, but limited. Let's limit it. Let's limit it for that. Okay. Because I think everybody's collectively feeling you know how polarized we are, everybody's either feeling really joyful about this or really angry about it, and it's creating a real maelstrom. I just hope that we can send out loving light so that there's no kind of protesting is fine, but keeping it under wraps. I will tell you, there's 55,000 New York policemen that are on call at a minute's notice to rush in if they need to. But that doesn't mean it might not happen somewhere else. Yesterday, I did see that at the Tennessee State House, there was a huge protest by people who were protesting the guns problem, and because of what had happened in Nashville. And I was really happy to see that. It made me happy to see that it was very peaceful, but it was very intent on that issue. And I was just really glad to see that people were all getting together and rallying for something like that. So let's see. Mary says, I was hoping you could talk about the meaning to the 3-minute storm video. Okay, then go for it, JJ.
Okay. Yes, Mary and I talked this morning, and I'm really thankful because I'm feeling this energy in my heart right now, like this collective. It feels like an unrest, which I really like. I kind of like it because I know that solutions will come forward. So
Yes.
I actually kind of, even though it feels really uncomfortable, I actually love this energy. But yeah, thank you, Mary, for sharing your stories with me today. I think it's helping me right now. But the 3-minute storm video, I'm going to be completely honest with you. I don't have any recollection of it right now, but I can go ahead and ask.
Okay. Oh, so it was something that you channeled this morning? Is that what it is?
I had Mary and I chit-chatted this morning, but the storm video is on my my YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But it's so appropriate right now because I feel let's just
we do. We have storm energy. Absolutely. Yeah.
Let's just ask about the storm.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do that, Aley. Okay. Let's just kind of ask about the upcoming or current storm.
Okay.
Yeah, my people, I can see the storm in the distance as if looking from up here and looking down on the plains, and you can see the storm that is not only brewing, but it is happening. And they are saying, they're showing me a ladder, and the ladder's like a homemade ladder. So it's kind of showing me that this is maybe something that has been going on for a while. Because of the way they had to make the ladders, they didn't have like the factories and whatnot. They're saying that there's a lot pushing the storm. Like there's a lot of different ingredients in this storm. Tutah Speaks, and it's not even for like a great cleanse. I kind of feel it's the way I'm seeing it, I feel like this storm just like rushes through, almost to knock down the how do I say this? So we can actually see what's going on. I feel like the storm is coming through to like open up our eyes, to make our hearts open up, to like what's really going on, almost as sort of not even an awakening, it's just kind of transparency, and I feel like that's appropriate at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's what I get.
Okay, so while you were doing that, I was pulling some cards.
Yeah.
All right, so this is what I got from your message, that this is a karmic message. Wow, this is definitely a karmic message that has come from, it could be the karma of the country, it could be the karma of the person involved, or all of us involved. And it's regarding the loss of our fears.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we need to have this storm so that we can get back to, to feeling less fearful, because I think that in the chest, we're just, what's next? That's what we're saying. We don't want to ask that question, of course, because, it's like doomsday sometimes. Yeah. But it's the loss of our fears. And the last one I got, which is a 4, is a message of forgiveness. So my feeling is it's a 4, it's a 40, but it's a 4. We need to forgive. We need to forgive ourselves. We need to forgive all of the craziness that's been happening. It's very difficult to do that. But if we all send love and healing and forgiveness to the storm, maybe we can dissipate some of that. It reminds me a lot of how the weather, there are people that can manipulate the weather with certain things. And my feeling is that we can dissipate that, and we can also dissipate the storm, even if it's a metaphoric storm. So yes, just a beautiful affirmation of your message from Tutah.
Yeah, and Mary Thornberry, great name, is asking if it's a real storm weather-wise, or if it's a spiritual storm, or both. They say it's hard to put into words. It's something different than both physical and spiritually. I'm not sure why they're saying that, but
yeah. So maybe it is the karmic thing. Maybe it's a karmic storm, which we have already seen a precursor. Actually, the president currently is in Mississippi with the storm that just happened there.
Yeah, I was just asking if it was like a solar kind of storm, and they won't answer me.
They won't answer you. That's okay. But we've been dealing with a lot of cyclones and earthquakes and other things like that as well. But it just seems to me that we have a lot of people warring against each other. That what it does is it creates that energy that's, it creates a lot of anxiety in us.
Yeah.
Even if we're not immediately put into that, like a lot of people say, well, I just don't watch the news. Well, I just, it doesn't matter. You live on the earth. So make sure you put some pink bubbles and things around you, and ask for your ancestors and guides and loved ones to take care of you. Hi, Andrea. Perhaps a way of looking at politics is to stay in the place of the highest benevolent good energy. There you go. Perfect.
Amen to that. Amen.
That's right. That's right. Okay. I love this message. We can now begin to heal from being so battle weary.
Yeah. That's what it feels like. Yes.
Yeah, it does. We need to detach from the outcome at this point, because they're saying it may take a few years even for this to come to you know, when you indict somebody, it isn't immediate. It's just the beginning. So, but we need to detach from the outcome. Thank you, Lauren. Yes.
I don't think we said it when we went live. I think you said it before. Weren't you looking at the battle in the past, like the last time you were talking about astrology?
Okay. Yes. Yes. So when I went back yesterday to when Pluto was in Aquarius the last time, and it was in the 18th century between like 17. I'm going to just put it in a general time frame, 1787 to 97 or something. It was in that period of time, and I looked at all the things that happened. And there were battles, every single thing, because we were in the Revolutionary War. And we had a lot of other things, though, that came out of this time period. And one of them is philosophy. And one of them is the Age of Enlightenment and reason. The other thing is we had a lot of people that were Mozart. We had Beethoven. So there's always a battle between light and dark if you watch Star Wars. But there's always the good stuff, too, right? Mm-hmm. There's always the good stuff. So I think it's important to remember the good stuff. Yeah. Thanks, Lauren. And Mary, yes, we are preparing for very bad weather. I'm sorry to hear that. I want to send you lots of love and protection. And I'm seeing a lot of people. We have seen this for the last month or so, actually. When I was saying earlier, before everybody got here, that JJ and I were together on March 4th. We thought it was a great date. You know, we're going to March 4th right into March. And today's the last day of March. And it's 31. So it's the same energy as it was when we were here last time. So we're seeing that, you know, these things have a lot of follow through. And I really like that. Oh, now I like this. Annie Bear. When others say, be afraid of the storm, we say, I am the storm. Good girl. Wow. Thank you.
I like the feeling of that, too, because if you think of a storm coming through and, you know, it just kind of tears through, you know, and if you imagine like maybe a tree, you know, and the storm blows through, it's like the things that are ready to like release, but might be having a hard time releasing, like the storm will come through and take those branches and those leaves away.
Yes. I've lost a lot of birch trees out in my grove with all the winds. Yep. Yeah. But they needed to come down. They were rotting. Yeah. We have a 26,000, 12,000, and 6,000 year galactic weather pattern, and they're hitting. Okay. We also are having solar storms. I know. Thank you, Lauren. Thank you, dear.
No wonder.
Yeah. Good Lord. But remember, everybody, we volunteered. We volunteered to be here. We did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Andrea, in the spirit of ascension, the question, what's next, becomes what I do. We co-create. That's right. Mm. So we have to co-create in the right way and not be fearful too. Oh, Amanda, you were married on March 4th, but you're divorced now. Okay.
That might have been stormy.
Yes, that might have been very stormy. Saturn had a massive solar flare. Okay. An equinox, a full moon. Yeah, we had all those things too. We did. And we had the movement on the 23rd into Pluto into Aquarius. Awesome. So thank you for bringing that in, Mary. That was perfect timing. And I'm so glad that you are here and that you brought Mary Cloud. Thank you for watching Tutah's video. I'm going to go watch it when I'm done. And,
me too.
You know, it's funny. People say, Susan Lynn says the same thing whenever she does a show. She's like, I don't know what I said, you know, because you're channeling through other folk. And so, yes, you have to watch your own. All right. So first of all, I'd like to say that Teacher Barbara, I'm going to try to find that email because I think she's probably fallen asleep. She doesn't feel good. So she says, the son of a teacher friend, 14 years old, was diagnosed with osteosarcoma. He's an athlete. His name is Carson. Okay. And so I'm assuming that she has permission of his mother for some love and energy to be sent to Carson. So we will do so. right now. I asked for energy and love and healing for Carson, for the highest good of all concerned. And so it is. Aho, amen. Okay.
So, warrior girl, I'm going to tap into this beautiful golden wave that came through with Mary this morning. I feel like I'm so connected to her people's energy.
Excellent.
And it was this really beautiful energy of just seeing it radiating. It's like starting within us, this beautiful golden energy, and just seeing these beautiful waves of frequency and light. Ta ta ta, o tana kashtita. Like everybody can do this and benefit from it. And as those waves go out even longer, further, it helps us balance. If we feel a little out of balance, and just tapping into our own our inner selves, our soul selves, our inner teachers. And I see when we started, I saw my people come, but there's also other people here as well. Lots of ancestors, guides, lots and lots of helpers. And and when I open up this golden light, I almost see that they're able to come in and come through easier.
Wow. Beautiful. So I pull a card, and I got a 4.
Wait, what? You got a 4?
It's a 13, but that's a 4.
Mm-hmm.
Mirror effect.
Mm.
There you go. Beautiful mirror effect. Yep. That which is helping one is helping all. Yeah. Wow. Beautiful. Craig just had to say it. All this time he thought Lindsey Graham was the woman who would bring Trump down. Yeah. Instead, he's doing fundraising for him. Okay, so Amanda's here. She would love a reading. She's starting a new job this next week, food servicing at a retirement village. Oh, how cool. Wonderful, Amanda. Congratulations. Yes. Oh.
I'm just wondering, Amanda, do you feel like when you're there, just the connection with them, do you feel like there's a benefit, like an energetic exchange when you're there? That's kind of what I'm picking up, like the smile and the just the interaction.
Yeah. Wow.
That's great, warrior girl. That was a perfect message then for you. Yeah. Okay. So Amanda says yes. That's what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just getting that it's important.
It's all beneficial. Yeah. Mirroring again.
Yeah, exactly. I think that might be a theme through this.
I agree.
I just have goosebumps all over. It's just like, I almost feel like somebody might have nudged you into this position for that reason.
Linda Kelsa's got tingles all up her leg. I love that when that happens. Mm-hmm. Annie says she's been listening to Arcturian frequencies every night. Wow. Oh. That must be awesome. That must be awesome. Oh, Warrior Girl, you were told to go to the ER earlier? Well, we can't disagree with that for any reason, because this is just for entertainment purposes only. If you feel you should, then you should, dear. But of course,
You know, that's something I was just chatting with somebody about, like knowing, knowing when to recognize that you might need some extra assistance, like going to see a doctor. I know when I had heart issues, I just figured, I'm like, okay, I'm getting old. This is just my new thing. And yeah, so it's important to listen, and I'm not very good at that. So don't be like me. Go see somebody if you need help.
Well, I think we don't want to be a bother, and I'm glad your sons will drop you off later. Okay, thank you. That makes me feel a little bit better. My husband refused to tell me all about different things that were happening to him, and as I found out later, he was at the dentist. His BP was like 285 over 90, which should be like 115 over 70, and they were saying that, checking his optic nerve and saying he may have had a stroke. And I had just canceled my trip back east because I was feeling unsettled. And I don't like doing that because I had to eat the ticket. I was supposed to go back to see family, but I just knew it wasn't where I was supposed to be. And although my husband's back to work, he's seemingly okay. He's one of those stubborn people that just doesn't do what he's supposed to do, So, yeah, good girl. Good girl.
I've regretted going to the ER later than when I was supposed to.
Right.
You know how the day goes on and you're like,
yes.
Okay, now I need to go, and you'll be there until like 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Not feeling
well,
good.
Especially with the COVID precautions that were out earlier as well. But yeah, my feeling is I'd just rather go and be safe. But I don't want to also be one of those people that if every little bump and bruise, I have to run down there. So, Oh, Cheryl, my goodness, brain tumors. Oh my, I'm so sorry, Cheryl. I hope that she's okay. I mean, I don't know if she's still around, Cheryl, but honestly, wow. All right. So I guess, Amanda, you're where you're supposed to be. I hope you feel that way here. So we have Leah Makia. What are the next steps for her in a new life direction? She wants to know. I'm going to pull some cards and let JJ do her thing.
They say whenever they make me bow my head physically, that just means go with reverence. Like the next steps. Do it with reverence. Like each step, each placement of each foot, with reverence. And I always like the idea of what the teachers, Tutah tells me, is that when we do take our steps, that our ancestors, they're holding our feet as we're taking those steps. So just knowing that at least you've got at least five people helping you with your steps on the other side.
Yeah. Wow. That's fabulous. That's fabulous. Ooh, okay. Let's see what we got here. All right, I'm going to pull one from a different deck. Okay, so I have here, Leah, that you're about to have some sort of a reunion. I don't know if it is with someone that you haven't seen for a very long time, or if it's with the energies that you're feeling within your, like sort of a gifts reunion, if you know what I mean. It's like you're going to be reunited with the gifts that you have if you're open to receiving them. I'm seeing that you have a karmic relationship with this person that could be bringing it up. I don't know. I don't look at karma as being negative. I look at it as it's something that we fulfill. I think of it more that way. And all you need to do is ask for help. You can ask your ancestors, your guides, your angels for help. You do have to ask them though, because they don't want to butt in. So even though they're holding your feet, they also want to be acknowledged. And finally, I get the Law of Divinity, which is one of my very beautiful new cards I got. And she's in an archway. She's in a gateway. She's on her way to something new. And it says, within you is the same source that created the entire universe. So you are God-like. You are God-like. You are able to do that which others have done. You actually can make the decision about which direction you want to take with your life. I know that sometimes it seems like you can't get the answer to that. But I really do believe that, being told by somebody else isn't really, it doesn't benefit you, because you are the most important person in your own life. So don't forget that. Don't forget that. You look for the signs. You will see that is waiting for you. So there you go.
This is really interesting, because Warrior Girl is adding some more things. And she says, people are reaching out, and she's like, thank you, I have a history of strokes. And I remember, like, when I was coming on, I felt, and I still do, I feel a little shaky, and there's like this there was just like a lot of energy in my heart space. So right. And then you were also talking about mini strokes. So it's really, I love how Spirit puts this all together.
Spirit does put it together. Always seems to have what's needed to be said. And actually last week, Warrior Girl, not last week, it was just the other day, actually, we did a reading for her on the Medium show. And she had lost a baby and had a stroke when she was delivering that baby.
Oh, wow.
And she's had issues, lots of issues. So yes, we don't want you to take any chances, Warrior Girl, because we love you dearly. And thank you, everybody. Hopefully that works for you, Leah. Hopefully you got the right message out of that. Serena, I see your post, and we'll work on that after Viviani's. Hugs back to you, dear. Yeah. Thank you.
Viviani, come on.
Hi, Shaw Woman. Nice to see you.
They're showing me a symbol, Viviani, of something that's on its side. Like if you're looking at an equal-sided cross, but it's sideways, so it kind of looks like an X. And they're just saying, whatever it is, it's not askew, even though it feels like it's not lining up, so to speak. They're saying that, and they're bringing me back to like true north, like what's our true north? And they're like, this is where you are right now. And they're almost like, well, if you look at it like this, it's fine. Just look like this, and
I love that.
Right side up.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, just like they say, whenever you see something out of the corner of your eye, don't turn your head real fast, because sometimes it's spirits or whatever. But if you're looking at it this way, they'll stay around longer.
Yeah, it's so funny. They're just like, well, silly, just like that.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Viviane, I pulled the freedom card, and it's reminding you you have the freedom to do that which you want to do. But make sure that you communicate if you need to, surrounding and speak up for yourself. Always speak up for yourself, because you have the freedom, but you have to make it known that you have the freedom. And I'm not telling you to argue or anything like that, but we need to all speak up for ourselves. We need to be advocates for ourselves, because the abundance is, everything is abundant and ready for you. I remember reading, and I said it the other day, and I feel like it's important, that we never take away from others when we want to manifest abundance, because there's abundance for everyone. Everyone is available to have everything that they want and deserve. And so it's not like you're stealing from somebody else. It's all abundant there for you. Finally, the next one I got was the this is a great deck that I just got. It's called the Spiritual Awakening deck. And this one is the Law of Mental Equivalent. Use your imagination to create your dreams into reality. And you do that every day, because she is an artist. So keep going, girl. Keep going. Because what it is that you're getting is important for you to share with other people as well. All right. I see that, Cheryl. I'm going to pull that up for you. Thank you, Leah. All right, Viviane, you're welcome, dear. Let's see. Guardian, things are changing around. Been feeling a lot of head pressure. Oh, my God. Thank you for saying that. I have sinus and head for the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, between here and here, yeah. Definitely understand.
I'm gonna address that.
Okay, do that. Yep.
So for everybody, anybody who wants to participate. So they're saying it may not be something that's right in front of us. It might be something that we can't see that's behind us. So let's just see what we can do about alleviating some pressure. Pa'ana, patotono oka estetana ntana piwa, ano nana tutano ka etano shtita. Panotano shtita, instead of going straight here, they're going further out. Kotano ma tutano shtita. Awo kayewa. They say if the pressure is building up, like in a hose, patotano shtita, what you want to do is just imagine that it's something that's threaded like the hose, and they're turning it a little bit. Atutano uka eshe ta unka itano upa eshe mati or ana ishtama kukayewa. Yana utan, just to let a little bit of that pressure go. Konka no kashti tanoka. Hanona no mati no ma paku ishtetana imatu no ma paku ush. Oh, that feels better. Utana tano ishtita kukayewa. Hanona. Eta ono tanoshtita ukana, and the message is, why don't we let it out? As if it's done brewing. It's like a gift that is too big for the package. Even though you may not think it's the right time to open it, everybody, they say, go ahead and open it. And there's like this big burst of light when I'm imagining opening up this gift. And then they're talking about how I think it's an ox, and how the ox would have, my dogs are going to bark a little bit because my kiddo came home sick, but there is is it a yoke? Out there know this stuff? Okay, so they're putting this. They're like, just remember that the ox can pull a lot of strength. But even the ox has tools, and so they're giving us tools for to help us distribute the weight of this. Wow, that's a neat message.
It is. Yeah. And while you were giving it, I saw the old-fashioned Jiffy Pop. You know, you're trying to make it pop. You're trying to make
Yeah.
it pop on the stove. Oh, it was
Yeah.
always burned it,
I'm
but it would pop
terrible at it.
open. Yeah, yeah, it would
Terrible.
pop open, and I felt a release up through my crown chakra,
Good.
like an oh, that was wonderful.
Yeah, no, I definitely got the pain, and I'm like, that feels terrible. And then
Right,
I'm like,
right.
it'll just be a little unwinding. And then they're like, no, we're gonna unwind the whole thing. So
Oh my God. I think that's fabulous. Thank you
yeah.
very much. Yes. Wow. So Serena is in the process of deep transformation around fear of rejection and shift in identity. She would love some support.
Aley,
Yeah.
you were just talking. What did you say about fear before we came on live? You said it helped release something. And did you say something about that?
Yeah, I did. I said something about fear. I did say something about we're all fearful because of what's changed and everything, but also the polarization of our yeah.
Yeah.
So I can understand this completely. Well, not completely, Serena, because I'm not you, but I can understand how you would feel about that, or in making a shift from one style of identity to another. But think about we're so surrounded by identity because we live in this world of duality here, and so yes, and labels and mother, friend, whatever. I get people looking at me crazy because they say, what do you do? And I say, I live. I exist. And where are you from? Well, I'm from Earth, and things like that. And people go, yeah, right, lady. But I'm trying to shift myself away from identity and fear of rejection because I'm not comfortable with it. I have a Pisces moon, and I get really hurt very easily. So I understand what that feels like. But yes, we definitely are here to support you. I'll let JJ see what her guides say about that.
Yeah. So they're showing me these beautiful symbols, like the crescent moon, but it's upside down. I think there might have been a lot of these in the cards you were pulling, Aley,
Yes.
but upside down, it's just, there are things happening that's not just you, Serena. You're not alone in this. We are being asked to be like our true selves, and I'm wondering, like, if we are our true selves, some things might fall away. Like, for instance, when we're a caterpillar and we're about to become a butterfly, that is like, will the other caterpillars that were your friends, will they notice like that you're the same person, or so it's one of those things where dropping the outer shell, there is a transformation, and it's very brave of people to be who they are. I'm not sure if that's what you're doing with that shift of identity, but yeah, 2 thumbs up for me.
Yeah. So I pull up here. First one I pull up is you, and it's very interesting, Serena, because we can be our hardest critic, and the person that holds fear of somebody's opinion. But you have beautiful secrets to share with all of us. This person is holding a pendulum. I would say that whatever it is that you have could be very valuable to those people that you work with. And so, don't be afraid to share that. Don't be afraid about what other people think that have known you from a different angle, let's say. That one laying down, looking at the side, reminds me of what you just said, JJ. So here's you're getting a spiritual message coming through. And the best thing about it is a message of peace. So I want you to try to sit with it, feel very peaceful around it, maybe work and ground yourself and know that you were divinely called to do what it is that you're doing, and how it doesn't really matter what others think. The ones that need you will find you, and they're looking for you, because that which you are seeking is also seeking you. So God bless you, dear. God bless you. All right.
I like what Andrea Galvin said, the state of bearing no names and labels.
Yeah. Try to get away from labels, because they're also so dualistic. What did you think of it? Oh, it was good. It was bad. It was up. It was down. There are shades of gray in there as well. And we don't need to label things. We absolutely don't. You're welcome, Serena. God bless you. And thank you for what you do. Thank you for what you do. What is this, Amanda? I may just make that the project. What symbols do you like for abundance? I'm sorry. Is that something I've missed?
Yeah, let's be something Andrea said.
That Andrea said. Okay.
Andrea.
Okay. Ooh. Well, whatever it is, here we go. Dropping the ego. Perfect. Yeah. And yes, they will find you.
Oh, Serena. Yeah.
Oh, yes, Serena. Oh, it is awful to have to do it, but we all do. And yes. Oh, painted rocks, Amanda. I love it. I love it. Love it. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's very hard to live in a 3D world. And I actually have to work in a 3D world in some cases and still do this work in 5D. And I'm always trying to balance it because of being a dumb Libra. We got to balance everything anyway. Oh, anyway. So Cheryl, yes, I did notice this, Cheryl, just recently. There's a new movie out called Power. And it's about young girls getting electricity in their bodies based on the science fiction novel. And you know what? I just got a shirt. I couldn't help but buy it. And it said, "Empowered women empower women." And so I kind of love the idea that these young girls are getting this electricity. To me, that makes me happy. And I know Toni Collette is in it. And I love Toni Collette. So she's very, very good. You're tardy to the party, Shaw Woman. I'm sorry, but I'm glad you're here. Yes, if there's time, we'll see what Tutah can say.
Tardy to the party. Pa'otana, titana, pa'okoshtatanaka. I get some silly things sometimes. Like the first thing that pops into my head, and I'm like, I'm not going to say that. They showed me like green beans. So I'm like, green beans? What does that have to do with anything? Ooh. So I'm just going to get that out of the way. Maybe that's a code word they wanted me to say. Can we get past that? Yes. And they're laughing. Okay. Okay, so they're showing me the DNA strand made out of light, like the kind of light that can sear. So just talking about the DNA strand, as if they're little ladders. They say that you're in the halfway, as if they're like little steps, the DNA strands. So where it twists, you're right there in the middle. So you're halfway. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but halfway up this, and it's like, it has this pitch of like a high pitch that only certain people can hear. Does that make sense?
Okay.
That's the DNA light.
Hi, Liz Reeves.
Yes, the Jack and the Beanstalk. Yes.
Jack and the Beanstalk. There you go. My first thought, of course, is always food. And I was thinking of green bean casserole. And it's comfort food. It's comfort food. And right now I could use a whole bunch of comfort food. I don't think I'm alone in that idea.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. All right. So, yeah. I got another spiritual message. Oh my goodness. And I have shuffled these quite extensively. Okay, so I have here that this is a spiritual message for you. And it says submission. So I'm going to suggest that if Tutah thinks you're sort of between places, it's a journey that you're on, that maybe you just need to release. You need to release and let go. And by submitting to that, it's like the river, it will flow, and you will end up with what it is that you need from that release. That's what I got.
Yeah, and they're not sharing. They're being very, they're not sharing as many things as I'd like. But the feeling that I do get, if you see that DNA strand, and if you are right in the middle, it feels like that's a nice, safe place to be. If you're going up the ladder of the DNA healing, it's a nice place to rest. Is how it makes me feel. Yeah.
Okay. And we could all use it. We've been talking about, just the energies that we're dealing with right now, with planetary energies, with storm energy, which is what started this whole conversation. And sometimes we just need to get down into the storm basement, in other words, to stay grounded, to stay waiting, and to submit to the right timing. That's what I'm feeling. And so staying open and watching, no wrong path. Absolutely. Thank you, dear. You're welcome, Shaw Woman. Hopefully it will make more sense as time goes on.
Yeah. Annie Bear says submission, not my favorite word. It's like the first reaction I got was like,
I know. No, I think we look at it as a very, we look at it from a patriarchal view, but it doesn't have to be from a patriarchal view. We don't want to submit to, but when you submit, you allow things to flow through in their own timing. So the word perhaps is not the best word, but maybe it's detach, maybe it's to flow. You can use those words if those don't work. So yes, I'm glad you're staying hydrated. You drummed and sang. Oh, that's beautiful. I'm going to go and look at that, Annie, doing a song on your channel yesterday.
I saw that and I didn't get a chance to listen. I'm going to go listen to that.
Okay. Well, go listen to it, Annie. Absolutely.
Not right now, though.
No, we have to wait just a few minutes anyway. Deborah Joy, you had COVID with a lot of pressure in your head. Oh, some still lingering. Oh, good. I'm glad that helped you. I'm glad that helped you. Cheryl, why couldn't I surrender and write something like that? I don't remember what this is in relation to, but I'm going to say that intuitively. Let's see.
They're playing a song in my head.
Okay.
And it's it just keeps playing and playing. It's like they keep saying the story of my life, the story of my life. And I don't even know what the next line is. It's like the story of my life. It's probably like One Direction or something.
It could be. But Cheryl, you were saying in relation to the movie. Okay.
Yeah, the story of our lives.
It's funny. It's like when somebody back in the 90s decided to sell pet rocks. I don't know if you guys remember that.
My sister had one. I was so jealous.
Why couldn't we have thought of it ourselves? That's kind of what, Why couldn't we have written that show, or why couldn't we have thought of pet rocks? So nothing is really, nothing is really a stupid idea if you think about it. All right. I absolutely love this. She bought a new notebook, divided it in two, and is going to label one 3D and one 5D. What a great idea. I love it. Oh
I
my
love it
God.
because I'm like a huge dork. Like, if I could go to my favorite store in the world, it would be Staples because I
Oh,
love
me too. I love office supply
supplies.
stores. Yes, me too. Me too. Me too. Oh yeah, my daughter's the same way. We could just spend like an hour in there looking at all the little things, and
Yeah.
I love pens and pencils, and
Yeah.
oh my
Oh
God.
man, I'm all over this divided notebook.
Oh, that's great, Amanda. Thanks for the idea. Kelly Mack is new to the channel, and thank you for being here, Kelly. We're glad you're with us. She feels intuitive and connected to spirit. I see repeating numbers and often get called rude for finishing other statements. Oh, I'm trying to learn to read tarot.
Oh,
Good
fun.
girl. Good girl. Any hints to figuring it out? Mm-hmm. Mm.
They're nudging you because I don't do tarot because I'm like it's hard for me to hold in all the information, but what they're saying is they're just kind of reminding me like to use your intuition as well. So it's tarot, but
Yeah.
it's also it's like you're getting nudged from the back from spirit, they say, for the reading.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really exciting.
Oh,
That's a great way to
oh,
open it up, Kelly.
it is,
Yeah.
Kelly. And I can understand about finishing the statements of somebody. Yeah, I've done that too. If you don't feel drawn to tarot after you start looking at it and feeling like it might be something, because you might feel really drawn to it. Try your oracle cards. The difference between oracle cards and tarot is that there's lots of different ways that you can do readings. In my case, I happen to be an English professor, so I like to make a story. That's the reason I read the oracles. I think you can do it with tarot as well. But to me, I always feel like I may miss the message. I get a better message in words and metaphors and things like that. But yeah,
What
that's awesome.
a fun thing to learn.
I know. It's always fun to have something new to try. Something new to try. All right. So the last one we've got today is Deborah Joy. Her daughter Olivia is having a lot of hip pain and goes down her whole leg. Ooh, sounds like sciatica. Maybe not, though. I'm not a doctor.
Pain. That's the
Yeah.
worst.
Asking for healing. Absolutely. Absolutely, Deborah. Hmm.
They're showing me this like fireball of like I'm just seeing it as like heat inflammation, and it's like in the hip. And I'm just like, well, I wonder if we can change the color of it. I love just like wondering, like, what can the humans do? It's like going really fast. So I wonder if we ask it just to slow down. Woo! With reverence. Just asking it to slow down. And if it's appropriate at this time, like seeing the color changing. Just cleaning out some of the energy there. Just going in and cleaning that area. Something about scraping the bone. They're bringing in the Tin Man. They're bringing in the Tin Man. It's like, let's lube that up a little bit.
Yeah. Wow. You know what? The minute that you said to change the color, blue came right in. Blue.
Oh, good.
It's
Good.
it's cool. It's cool. It's like a cool color. And Annie then says a swoosh of healing water. And so
I'm glad you guys picked up on that because they're like, stay with the rotation. And so I couldn't change the color. So I'm glad you guys got it.
And then Karen says she's a chiropractor, and I had no idea that you were,
Oh.
Karen, and that's what my husband is. And so, wow, you just blew my mind, Karen. That's really cool. That's really cool. Patricia, bright white godlight to all who need healing here on the chat and to those we know or are unknown to us. Thank you. That's absolutely beautiful. Just beautiful. Wow. Well, we made it through the storm.
We did.
How's your chest feeling? Your chest feeling a little bit better?
Yeah, I know. I was actually going to ask Warrior Girl how she was feeling because like it dissipated, but then it came back a little bit, you know? So it's not like I still feel it a little.
Okay. I can tell you that my head feels much better.
Yeah.
Whatever you had us do, that was beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not energetically shaky anymore. Like I was.
That's good.
Shaky.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
So Liz says, when I did daycare and a child would get hurt, I'd have them close their eyes and touch their nose and tell me what color it was. Then we would repeat until the color changed to a color that didn't hurt. What a beautiful idea.
Cool.
Thanks for sharing that, Liz. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah. I had a great time with you, JJ.
I had a great. I'm like, wait, we're ending? Like
it's already been an hour. Unbelievable.
It doesn't feel like it.
I know it doesn't. It doesn't. I want to send lots of love to your child who came home from school today early because he didn't feel well, and so I'm going to say that we'll be doing this again soon, I'm sure. And I just enjoy working with you, and I think my subscribers enjoy having you as well. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And I just want to say, Warrior Girl, I feel like part of my team, there was like 2 people from my team that took off earlier, like halfway through this, to just go walk with you to make sure that you get there, which was really interesting. They're like, we have somewhere else to be.
We have somewhere else to be. Yeah. Okay.
Warrior
Girl, we're all concerned, and so we just want to make sure that you take care of yourself, please, and let us know how you're doing. Don't take any chances, please. But I'm so glad your team is with her. So
yeah, and I also like send prayers out to the medical team because it's not easy to pinpoint the heart stuff.
Right.
Hopefully you get an answer.
And it's tricky. It's tricky. So welcome, Paisley. Thank you for being here as well. So we will attempt to set something up again and do it when we can. In the meantime, we hope everybody's doing well. Have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. Try to take a break from the stress and anxiety and go with the flow. Much love. Thank you. Thanks, JJ.